Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes are looking sane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, baby. Get ready. Gonna be a chilly weekend. Might want to take out that umbrella. Not that it's gonna rain, but iguanas might be falling from the trees.
Iguanas raining up and down all South Florida.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be plummeting. Yeah, I think when it gets under 40 degrees, that's when the iguanas kind of freeze up and go into that weird hibernation mode.
Winter, winter, iguana dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Some people do eat them.
Yeah,
Tree
they
to the
do.
tree.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
I couldn't get down with no iguana fingers. Or slices of fried iguanas.
If somebody fried it up and gave it to us, I guess I would try it, but I wouldn't be happy about
You
it.
have to be pretty fucked up, kind of drunk, and and starving.
I think so. But, yeah, it's going to be going on this weekend. It's the final weekend of the South Florida Fair, too. We had talked about this on the show, how if you're under the age of 18, got to be accompanied by an adult, show
At
ID.
night.
At night after 8:30 p.m. is when that starts. And Denise said, yeah, I was listening to you guys talking about on the podcast with the kids needing an adult, and it makes me wonder if it's because last weekend there were so many fights. My grandkids were there, and they saw several fights. One had cops actually spraying pepper spray.
Oh,
to break it
boy.
up,
Yeah,
so.
I'm not. That's not what I want at my fair.
Yeah.
Pepper spray, unless it's part of the act.
I think kids were like yelling like things and trying to cause panic too. Like
Yeah,
they were saying
gun.
that somebody got shot,
Yeah.
got a gun, and all these people like went running, and it's just, it's not cool.
Shit, all you have to do is say that to get people tweaked out. I mean, because you legit have to worry about shit like that.
Right.
Yep. So just a couple things to keep in mind. NFL playoffs and lots of other good stuff going on this weekend. Any big plans for you, Virginia?
I'm going to do my first local crawfish boil.
Okay.
Panda's boss, who's from New Orleans, is boiling up a bunch of crawfish. So we're going to go to his house and
All right.
have a fun time.
Very nice.
Are these shrimp gonna be orange, as you like to say?
They're not shrimp, they're crawfish.
Yeah, don't shrimp make their way at a crawfish party anyway? No.
They do go hand in hand. They pair nicely if you're having a crustacean tray.
Bird, your big plans?
I'm excited. Me and Denny's are working on some music tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always fun. I always enjoy that. Spending
Okay.
quality time with sweet Denny's.
Yeah.
Except for the show.
Okay. You going to be working on the shuffle dance this weekend?
You'd be happy, Virginia.
What's the shuffle
There's
dance?
a TikTok video. It's this woman breaks it down. It's that dance I've always wanted to do.
Show me.
I'm learning. It's really hard, but she has a square with the lines on the square. So she goes slow and shows you where your feet are supposed to go, and then once you get it, you're supposed to put it all together. But the way she breaks it down, it's very teachable. I've been trying to do that dance for a long time.
Okay.
They do it in sometimes it kind of looks like the one Blossom does in the theme of Blossom. If you are old enough to remember that theme,
So if you're an old fogey,
it's called the
Shuffle dance.
Shuffle dance.
shuffle dance.
Yeah.
They're doing that a lot on TikTok. They're breaking down the moves. They do it slow at first, and then the beat kicks in, and then you see it go fast.
This is when you'll hear me talk highly of technology. It's the same thing with learning an instrument. I'm really trying to learn the piano, and YouTube people, they're great teachers that break not only piano down but all kind of instruments. They slow it down, they show you the chords.
Yeah.
They really, you don't have to pay for lessons anymore.
No, it's great. In fact, I've been using YouTube to get drills and things like that to work with my son on his basketball and football. I'm not a coach. I haven't ever coached those sports in the finer points of the technique, and so you go on there and they can teach you, and it's amazing. YouTube is like, wow, what do we do? I mean, can you imagine? I feel like I would have done so much better in school had I had the internet and YouTube and all these kind of things.
There's a lot of shit on there, but there's also a lot of really legit these are good tools if you want to get better at certain skills. I mean, if you want to learn how to juggle, there's all kind of shit out there like that.
Anything you want to cook, anything that your heart desires to make in the kitchen, there's a video on how to do it on YouTube.
They even have it how to break it down to how to do your best Stewie impersonation. Someone tells you what to do and how to do that.
It's really cool. Between that and TikTok has a lot of educational stuff. They got a lot of stuff that's lies, but if you can sort out what is and what isn't, they do teach a lot of things on TikTok too.
And that's what I mean that it's kind of all the same. I'm talking about any kind of educational video you can get on any of these forums. I use YouTube a lot, and a lot of times I see people uploading TikTok videos to YouTube.
Yeah, if you want to learn stuff, now is your era.
Right.
There's really not an excuse.
Right. Get on it.
Yep.
Language too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is a lot of stuff. I have found some YouTube shows that I've been using to try to learn Spanish.
The other thing I like about YouTube is you've got really unique content. You can't get anywhere. There's this one dude, he's kind of goth looking. He's got the goth ears, when he's got the big circle things, and he's obsessed with all of these murder stories. So what he does is he goes around all over the country, and if it's the Amityville murders, he goes to the town. He really breaks it down and makes it interesting the way he says it, and you're learning about all of these cool things you normally wouldn't learn about. That's what I love about that. And that content can come up at any point during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, there really is amazing stuff when you start going through it. Heather had sent in an email, and she was talking about learning Spanish. And she said, the biggest thing that I learned, I am now married to a Costa Rican, and he told me to learn the alphabet in Spanish, how to pronounce each letter. That will help you not sound like a gringo when you speak Spanish. And it was the best advice. Now I'm completely fluent in Spanish, and native Spanish speakers think I'm Latino when I speak because I've learned the letter sounds of the alphabet in Spanish so well.
Huh.
That's great advice. I will do that.
Yeah, you're in it, baby.
I am. Every day I commit to trying to do it. Every day I try to do it. And the thing that is really tough, my biggest frustration with the Duolingo app that I use most predominantly is they don't have somebody there telling you why it is. I'm like, why is it? There's no one there. It's just empty noise. I'm like, I don't understand this. I feel at some points, I can't tell you why they do it. I can just tell you that Duolingo will count you wrong if you do. But I don't know why this is this way one time, that way another time. And so that really is the downfall of the Duolingo.
So you're learning Spanish. I'm learning piano.
Yeah.
What are you learning, Virginia? How are you bettering yourself?
I do cooking videos all the time. Don't try to call me out, bitch.
He did. He tried to call you out.
Always on the YouTube.
Tried to call you out right now.
I take YouTube in the kitchen, and I will step by step pause the video, do what they say, start the video, I love cooking videos.
That's how I learned how to do the cheese enchilada. It really did. It taught me how to make a cheese enchilada. Do you want to get a little enchilada off?
That's probably one of the most basic things you can make, so I'm not impressed with a cheese enchilada recipe.
I'm not gonna lie, Kev. This does not sound like a very fun cooking competition.
No.
I think I'm out.
She's not,
I thought it'd be kind of fun, but fuck that noise.
Oh, if you want to get in the competition, I'm going to be doing a cooking demo again at the Taste of Little Italy coming up. Feel free to come on up there so I can kick your ass again at lasagna.
She wants to really highlight me being a terrible Italian publicly in front of other Italians that are from the old country.
Yeah.
And older Italians love to boo a shitty Italian. They really get off on it.
They really, they 120 million% love it.
Your grandmother would be so disappointed.
She's rolling over in your urn, Jay-Bird.
So they've got a rating system for how good of an Italian you really are?
They come down harder on him.
Okay.
If we presented the same lasagna, they'd be okay with it from me.
Yeah.
But if he presents anything that's not amazing, they jump his shit.
Well,
it's so funny.
You're part Mexican, so if you nail the lasagna dish and you nail it, and they think you have clout now.
Right.
If I'm Italian and I fuck this up,
They're all looking to him.
they send me out to the fucking the crow's nest, out to the farm.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting because I noticed that Spanish people will do that too. That my wife will kind of get that too because she's 50% Mexican. She can understand some Spanish but doesn't speak it. And whenever we have this conversation, so many people are like, yeah, I am Hispanic, but I don't speak it. And man, I get a lot of shit for it.
Yeah. Your own culture will come down on you if you're not living up to their expectations,
Yeah.
especially the older people.
And my
Yeah.
mom and Ann, they were super Italian. My mom would put garlic in everything. I mean, sweets. I'm kidding.
Garlic cookies.
Garlic
Still,
brownies.
it just was so fucking very.
Well, you let me know if you want to try to make Kay proud and actually beat me at an Italian cooking competition.
Not scared, not running from the witch. I accept this challenge. What is this, November?
No, this is February.
Oh, I'm dropping. Nope, not doing this challenge.
February 19th, it would be.
We'll talk after. We'll talk off the air.
I'll even let you pick what we make.
Oh shit, she's really making this good.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
ready to
Italian.
school your
What are you,
ass.
like a little Italian pussy or what?
Oh, she's going to shame you so hard.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm in.
Yeah.
No, I want the witch. I want the whole damn thing. All right,
What are we making?
It's on. We'll make it. Let's do cheese lasagna.
Cheese lasagna. Okay.
Is that a good Italian dish to do?
Don't ask me. I'm freaking a white guy.
I'm a white guy that never cooks.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
He
Yeah.
subscribes to a meal delivery service.
Right, yeah. The worst guy to ask that question
Son of a
to.
bitch.
What?
Just broke my
You
headphones.
broke another pair of headphones?
I mean, is that for the year? Is that the first one of
It's
the
the
year?
first one of the year.
Okay,
but I
not
think-
the
I
last.
think I karate chopped it accidentally. So
At least you did Italian speaking with your hands. That's Italian.
YouTube karate, bringing it back to YouTube things we've learned.
Okay. There you go.
Denny, you got to buy more headphones.
Well, shit.
Damn,
Oh,
you broke
goodness.
them in a spot where they can't be fixed.
They're unfixable.
Yeah. The good news is you
Damn.
really actually don't need them.
I
so.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just talking. So nothing you got to hear. Got a bunch of emails here, several about the legalization of recreational marijuana in the state of Florida. Talking about that earlier on the show. It looks like it's kind of turned into a political battle line thing with Governor Ron DeSantis on Wednesday, talking about how he's not for it, not going to be going there. So, of course, the Democratic candidates for governor are jumping all on it, being, yeah, go green, 420, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're really embracing it and, kind of making that the rallying charge. And then, trying to call the governor out for being a hypocrite, saying, hey, you keep talking about how this is free Florida. It's only free on things you want, though, right?
Right. You get to be
Yeah.
the dictator
Right.
and say, oh,
Yeah.
free on everything, but not free fun.
Yeah, not really necessarily free, just free in the things that you like. So Tatiana, she has a comment. She said, yeah, I lived in Colorado, and the state can make a lot of money with legalizing recreational marijuana. Lots of money went into the school system and lots of credit on your state tax return as well. I just moved here in June. Love listening to you guys. Yeah, I think honestly what it really is, and that's really my big question. If I could get the honesty out of a politician, which you can't, I would just like to know inside of his brain of Governor Ron DeSantis, does he, as he thinks through his thoughts that he won't tell you, does he morally object to recreational marijuana, or is this all just money? Because some people were saying, I guess maybe the cotton farmers don't want it. That could be a thing. Maybe the medical marijuana field doesn't want it because they're like, hey, we like that $300 they got to pay to come to us, and this is all the
Yeah.
money. So, hey, don't make it recreational. Even though we're in the weed business, the last thing we want is recreational marijuana because it'll kill our business. So,
But how about other states are doing it and they're crushing it and they're what I mean? They're making a lot of money. So you can't.
yeah, I don't know. It probably is a lot deeper and much more complex than just his moral feeling. And like he said, he doesn't like the putrid smell of marijuana smoke.
That's
That
what
ain't it.
That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to ask.
That ain't it.
Earlier, I go,
Yeah.
is this about morality or is there this?
This is about literally a politician blowing smoke at
Yeah,
you.
It is, yeah.
It's literally.
I think that's probably what it is and how it lines up. And
You can't trust any of them.
well, when you have money funding the way you get elected,
Right.
we're never going to have everything be just because it's in their heart they feel a certain way.
And if you're trying to get to, let's say there's A, B, and C, we don't even know about the steps of how A and B work to even get to
Right.
C.
And you don't know who his constituents are that pay for his campaign. I mean, he could have clear, like there could be people that have come to him and said, you can never do this. And he's like, all right.
I have a feeling morality is probably about 10th on the list of why they're not
Probably
doing
lower
it.
than that.
Yeah, probably lower than that.
The smell and the morality, really.
It has nothing to do with it.
You want us to buy that?
Let's see the lineup of the people that are financially impacted by this. And it really is interesting as you start digging into people's wealth. And if you ever talk to rich people, you start seeing how much having the right person in the right political office makes them money. I was like, okay, all right. It's all the rich people just ruling the things, and it affects all of our own individual lives.
You know, if we're arguing morality, then why is alcohol legal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And Jen's like, stop trashing DeSantis. Look, the comments for me, this is not trashing him. This is, look, I love a lot of the things that he's done. It's just that this is the talking points that are out there, and this is what happens with any politician, Republican or Democrat. I'm not taking any stance against any party or anything. This is how it works on both sides of the aisle.
This is why you can't even talk about this shit.
Exactly.
Well, Virginia's been on the microphone saying before she likes a lot of stuff DeSantis has done.
I
love
like
that
everything he's done.
I love that I can get a drink and take it to go. That's so awesome. Now that's a DeSantis thing.
It's not that you're trying to be blind to
No.
a side here.
No.
There's things that you guys have said before. I've heard you say them before.
And I'll tell you on the politics thing. Look, these things do affect our regular lives. So to me, it's fair game to talk about. It's not that we're trying to talk about politics. We're trying to talk about people who want to be able to legally smoke marijuana. That is something that affects our lifestyle and what we do. And I've told you before, full disclosure, I'm an independent. I will tiptoe back and forth on how I feel about Republicans and Democrats. And so,
allegiance to no party.
No, I buy in based on, the politics. Like I said, there are things that I like with DeSantis. And right now, I'm all for the legalization of marijuana, but I understand. I think money is dictating why we're having a hard time getting that going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we see you.
Yeah.
Just know we see you.
Yeah. So there you go. It's nothing personal to him.
It's just so weird. Politics conversation.
Because they're all like that. Democrat, Republican, they're all like that.
Political conversation, and even though we didn't mean it to go, it's going to get political. It does.
But that's life.
It's funny, though, how angry people do get.
Yeah, I don't get angry about politics. I like to have a discussion about it, especially when it affects what you do
Ann
day to day.
Ann went to the urn so mad at politics. Like, Ann.
Yeah. No.
She was invested.
Worry about lunch. Let's worry about.
Well, she worried about that too.
She did.
Yeah. Shani had said, Florida supports big pharma. A lot more, big pharmaceutical companies, a lot more. So, and again, I think that's probably where it all does tie in. And that was an industry that my wife was in before she did what she did now. And so I got to see just from what she had to do, how much political clout goes into the rehab centers, the pharmaceutical companies, and all this stuff, and how it works together. And there were a lot of things that made me really disgusted.
It is weird. You don't hear too many people talking about how there's some things they may agree on the right side, and there's some things they may agree on the left side. Yeah. And not everyone is just left and right.
No, I know.
People are more complicated than that.
Right.
It's just odd when on any of these social issues, it has to be an all or nothing kind of thing. When so much of social issues is there's so much nuance, and there's always a set of circumstances on every single.
We've lost that.
It's weird to me
because we blindly follow a party or a politician, and everything they do is great, and you can't ever step aside and say, "Hey, I like him, but I don't agree with him on that."
I can love a restaurant, but not love everything on the menu.
Right, exactly. And it's weird with politics that we can't do that. We can't separate, and no one will ever step back and be like, yeah, I don't like that they do that, whatever it might be. And this is kind of interesting, too. Kimberly sent this in. She said, just because, to Virginia, the alcohol industry says they want people to drink responsibly, but they do not define what drinking responsibly means. Responsible drinking would actually destroy the alcohol industry. If every adult in America drank according to the American federal guidelines for low-risk drinking, no more than 1 drink per day for a woman, no more than 2 drinks per day for a man, the alcohol industry sales would be cut by 80%. So yeah, again, it's just, hey, we're tap dancing and
lip
we're trying
service.
to make it look like, hey.
The bottom line is this: everyone's fucking crazy, and we're all fucked. Everyone's crazy.
Well, the thing that you do find is pretty much everybody talks out of both sides of their mouth.
And
nobody hardly ever calls you on it.
Well, I really would like to start every broadcast. Hi, I'm Jason Pennington. I'm a hypocrite. Hey, Virginia, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm a hypocrite too.
People call me, you're a hypocrite. I know.
Yeah. Let me see some other emails that we got here today. Adding on to another thing Heather wanted to say, other than the tip about learning Spanish, she wanted to ask Jaybird a very important question. Have you noticed that Burger King recently changed their sauces? Now, she says, I'm not big on fast food, but I love Burger King's ranch dipping sauce on my Impossible Whopper. Well, the other day when I went, and it's been a while, I noticed that the packaging went from a light blue to a green, and I think the new recipe is disgusting, and it totally ruined my experience.
Oh, no.
I'm just curious if you ever noticed it with that or any other sauces that have changed in the recipe.
Yes, I have. Not with Burger King, I haven't noticed, but I have been kind of out of the Burger King game. I went the other day. Mm-hmm. I had the same exact thing she had. I had the Impossible Whopper with extra cheese on it.
Okay.
Thoroughly disappointed.
Really?
Thoroughly disappointed.
Wow.
It was, and that's the thing we've talked about.
What was the matter with it?
It wasn't cooked completely through. The sloppily put together. The cheese wasn't melted. The bread was hard. It was kind of bland. The fries were cold.
Damn.
The soda machine was covered in soda. It was disgusting. It was a situation where I didn't have the power. I was along for the ride at that toy show thing.
Okay.
And I was in the car with my buddy and his kid, and they wanted to go to Burger King. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
But all these fast food places, they're either hit or miss. When they are great, they're great. When they miss, they suck.
A cold piece of cheese on a burger that hasn't even been melted or warmed at all. It's like, ugh.
It's a common problem you're seeing more in modern day times where people are not getting melted cheese on sandwich.
Because if you ask for extra cheese, they don't put the love into it.
And I'm even seeing with regular cheese, Virginia, you open up this sandwich and you go, damn, it's fucking right off the cow.
Cold cheese.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Yeah, things change. Somebody said, Princess said Texas Roadhouse changed their ranch, and it made me sad.
Really?
There's been even I think Fridays changed their honey mustard. And if I'm wrong, I would love to sit down and have a talk with you.
Well, I mean, how many Fridays are left? Whatever they have done since the 2000s has not worked, because Fridays used to be everywhere, and now it's where do you find a Fridays these days?
At the airport?
I used to blow their honey mustard on the air. I'm like, oh, they're so good. I don't know what they've done. If it's I don't know, but it's fallen off. Now I'll tell you who's still in the game. Outback Steakhouse. Holy shit. If you like ranch, if you like honey mustard, baby cakes.
They do it good?
They do it good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I love that bloomin' onion sauce.
I know people think we're doing Outback commercials. We're not. Love for the game.
Let me see another email that we got here. If you watch the TV show Ozark, here is one Justin Timberlake from back in the early 2000s. I'm going to tell my kids that this is Ruthie from Ozark. If you watch the show Ozark, and I know a lot of people do, they got the new season that just dropped.
I wish Virginia knew what we were talking
I don't know what you're talking
Let
about.
me hold on. Let me, because I know people are like that. If you're watching on KVJ TV, let me pull up a photo here of Ruthie from Ozark so that you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So that's Ruthie from Ozark.
Okay.
It's the
there.
curly hair.
Yeah, and there's Justin Timberlake from the early 2000s.
Both equally as beautiful.
Yeah, Ruthie from Ozark. And people really love the actress herself, does just a great job of playing this
country kind of.
Yeah, from the Ozarks.
Tough chick, ain't gonna take no shit from nobody. Y'all think I'm stupid? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't think is she American? Does she have an American voice? Or does she from another?
No,
is she British?
Is she British? I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, but I had seen her. She was in The Americans for a while. That was the first place I saw her. She had a role in that show, and she didn't sound like she does on Ozark.
She doesn't really talk like that.
No. Yeah, so she talked without such a pronounced accent when she was on The American.
She's like a Virginia who I would realistically be scared of.
Yeah, she's American, it says.
I'm fucking around.
Yeah, I think so. In fact, I believe her family's from Central Ohio.
Okay, but she doesn't talk like she got a real country accent like this, Virginia. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
She turns it up.
She turns it up.
Yeah, she's very good.
She's great.
Very good at what she does.
She's a great character on the show.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. They dropped the first 7 episodes of the final season of Ozark last Friday. You can watch on Netflix. That's how Ruthie would say it. Netflix.
By the way, I love that kind of hair on a woman.
Curly.
I
very curly.
love that.
Okay. And the big chatter that has been going on this week about Ozark is who the heck is going to make it through? Is the lead character is going to make it? And that'll be an interesting question. You don't know.
You'll be happy to know the last episode of Boba Fett was awesome, and you know why? Because Boba Fett wasn't in it. And it was all about.
So they got to take the lead character out of the show to make it awesome.
You'll really like it.
That's funny stuff, huh? Let me see. Got an interesting little list here from Keith. I think it is. It is 80s movies. How many have you seen? He said this might be a good suggestion for Suits. Do we know what movie he's going to be reviewing this weekend?
We do. It's going to be Karate Kid. He's never seen it before.
Wow.
Is it topical?
Yeah, go figure. That is the photo they use on the 80s movies. That's go. He's never seen that, huh?
I know, man.
He's going to like it.
I don't see how you can't like it. Most people, I know some people talk shit. Some people say Miyagi's dead. But
That's funny.
Deep down.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get Suits in here real quick. I just want to kind of check and see. I want to throw some by him that I would be curious to hear. I'll throw out ones that I love, and I'll hand the list to you, Jaybird, and you can go through a few.
Okay. What's funny is by Virginia saying Miyagi's dead, that's the most Cobra Kai thing she could say.
Yeah.
It's so evil as a Terry
She's like
Silver.
a John Kreese.
They even mentioned that.
Remember when Miyagi's dead was born?
I do.
It was back when
He actually died.
Pat Morita died, and I was messing with you at Wild 95.5, and
We were in one of our spats. He's like, "Oh, Miyagi's dead." It was my man wasn't even.
he had just died.
He was.
The body was
spirit
still
just
warm.
leaving his body.
Yeah, it was fresh. It was fresh.
Imagine that.
You couldn't believe
Imagine
it.
that, Virginia being a bad guy wrestler.
Yeah. Suits, have you ever seen Top Gun?
No.
Okay.
Really?
No, I've never seen Top Gun.
Have you ever seen Coming to America?
No.
What? Get out. No, just kidding.
Have you ever seen Ghostbusters?
Yes.
For
Classic.
everyone you haven't seen, got to lose article of clothing, son.
Oh, man, I'm going to be naked in 5 seconds.
Have you ever seen Die Hard?
No.
Wow.
Have you ever seen Caddyshack?
No.
Have you ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No.
That's on the list, and I
That
think
is on
that's
my
going to probably
list.
be
Okay.
after Karate Kid. That'll be the
Okay.
next one after.
Have you ever seen Beverly Hills Cop?
No, I've never seen that.
Kevin
Be
can't
almost all
believe
no's. People are going to be shocked.
Have you ever seen Weird Science?
I don't think I've ever heard of Weird Science.
I don't know if he's going to like that one, dog. That one is pretty fucking dated.
I think that might be pretty David. That's maybe one of my favorite movies for about 2 years in junior high.
That
Doesn't
movie-
hold up, though.
Oh, it holds up
Probably
for us,
does.
but we're old.
But we quoted that movie like crazy
Dude, but what?
all the time. You ever seen Better Off Dead?
No.
No, I didn't think that.
$2.
Denny's just saw that. He speaks very highly of Better Off Dead.
It's kind of cute. It's very understated. John Cusack did some really good. He was just such a good understated, and I love that kind of comedy. Jason Bateman's a lot like that too, where
Yep.
he's just the.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from Better Off Dead. Lane, I've been in this high school for 7 years. I'm no dummy.
Such a good movie.
It's a great line.
It's
yeah.
corny, but it's fun corny.
Well, that reminds me too. I need to go back and watch that. I used to love John Cusack movies so much. He had such a great run there.
See, he was in 16 Candles. Yeah, small part in 16 Candles.
Yeah,
Say Anything.
yeah. Oh, he was great. Yeah, so we got plenty of stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's tons of movies that we can put on that list.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds is on his list as well.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I caught just a little bit of that. It was probably about maybe 5 or 10 years ago. I think it was probably about 5 or 10 years ago last time that I saw it. And the one scene with him doing the switcheroo in the bounce house, I was like, oh my gosh, I did not really realize how bad that looked until this moment.
Yes, but if you
It
take that
technically
part
is-
out,
technically
it's rape.
sexual assault. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, we got a good list for you then, Suits. So thank you for sending that in.
Yeah, I'm
got
looking
some
forward
good
to checking
stuff.
out Karate Kid this weekend. I know there's a lot of hype around this one, so.
Yeah.
This one's very personal for Jay
This
Bird.
is.
Yeah, 'cause I will sweep the leg if you don't like it.
I got an email here from Tina. She said, I wouldn't mind, Virginia, hearing if anyone has actually seen Wendy Williams. Is she staying in Miami?
Oh, good question.
Yeah. Do you know any of the details of her possible stay in South Florida? Those are some of the rumors. OK Magazine, Google both talk about her meltdown last year. I am praying for her health and her well-being. And the latest that I'd heard was yesterday they announced that Wendy Williams will be out until at least early March. So she's not coming back to have the guest hosts like Fat Joe and Michael Rappaport and them coming in and filling in until that time, at least March 4th. So is she hanging in Miami right now? Apparently she's not getting out.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about if she's in Miami or not. I can look into that, but
Okay.
I mean, she's got that thing called Graves' disease.
Yeah, which does not sound good.
Sounds horrifying. And yeah, they keep pushing it back and pushing it back. And somebody asked her agent yesterday, well, is she going to return at all in 2022? And the agent was like, well, just wait and see. We can't make any, predictions. And
Right. So who knows? Yeah, crazy stuff. So we shall see on that. But yeah, if we hear anything or if anybody sees anything.
It says that she's in New York City,
Really?
according to The Sun.
Okay. So
She's
not
in-
in South Florida.
According to The Sun, she's in New York City.
Okay. All right. Wendy Williams watch is on.
I can't wait, Kev.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I can't wait.
Right. I'm going to go right now. See if I can find Wendy Williams.
Good luck, Kevin.
Yeah, she'd be like, hey, it's Tracy. Be like, no, it's Kevin. Damn it, you always mess up my name.
Well, what's funny about that clip was she said, I never get names wrong, but she was calling you Tracy within the sentence.
Did she think you were Tracy St. George?
I don't know.
No, because it was at Wild
a while ago.
95.5. Yeah. How do you not remember that?
I can't remember anything.
I'm the pot smoker. You're not.
I drink a lot.
Okay, you're
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. If you're looking to make up some cocktails, we got a suggestion for your vodka.
Yes, grab a bottle of Atoll vodka. I was so mad. I was at Waterway Cafe last night. They did not have the Atoll vodka, and I love when I go places that have it. Guanabanas has it, so go check it out there. Atoll vodka. You can also buy it online at mashandgrape.com.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.